What's up, guys? It is QP, and I am here with a very, very special guest, and we are about to be entertained by some of his two-bar sweetness. Mr. Tom Wardy, would you say what's up, man?
Hi, QP, and thank you for having me on the channel. It's a great pleasure to be doing this dual-com with you.
I'm very glad that you are actually on here with me. For those of you guys that don't know, Tom is a subscriber. He's been a subscriber of mine for a long period of time, and is probably one of my most active subs.
I'm probably his internet stalker, he means.
Wasn't going to take it that far, but he does give me a lot of quirky ideas for kits and different little fun challenges. That's why you see some of the different weapons used that you do. So thank you for that. And those date all the way back to Modern Warfare 2, which is pretty insane.
P90 Akimbo extended mags.
Oh, I remember that. The AK-47 with shotgun attachment?
Yep.
Yep, good stuff, good stuff. So, you are from England, correct?
Yep.
Whereabouts?
I'm in Leeds, in England.
Pretty
shitty weather.
So yeah, we've got a little bit of a time difference, and we've actually been talking about doing this for quite some time.
Yep.
It's something that I think is well overdue, and I'm just excited to have you, man. So I know you had
exciting to be on here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I know that you had some topics you wanted to talk about. Do you want to go ahead and touch on those real quick?
Yeah. I think I can probably speak on behalf of a few of your subscribers when I say that we rage a lot. And I was going to ask, how do you compose yourself so that when you're in GB or when you're in a pub match, you're not practically close to throwing your controller out of a window or smashing a TV or kicking a puppy?
Typically, I try and tend to keep my rage sessions to the lobby. Like I will just try and hold it off. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I do rage from time to time, but it's typically verbal rage.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty laid back person, and it takes a lot to get me actually like physically fired up. So taking a deep breath usually helps. Realizing that, you know what, I'm just playing a video game. That's really what it is. I mean, that's the big thing, because when you get to a point, like I've got so many people that I know that take their rage to another level. Some people express it on social media sites. Some people, go and yell at their wife or do other things. And I just, it's not worth it. It's a game. It's meant to have fun. And if you're not having fun, take it out of the Xbox. I mean, that's the easiest way to deal with it.
Right. Yeah, I just, cause I'm a rager at heart probably, and if you ask the people I run in a party with, they'll tell you that I rage quite uncontrollably. So I just try to stop it.
And so much of it's part of your personality.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an aggressive person, you're probably going to be a little bit more aggressive when you're upset, which is fine. I mean, it kind of is what it is, and I'm just more of a really laid back person. Like I know you've asked me a couple times to do some live video commentary of like me playing. But
yeah.
It would literally be absolutely boring because I put my feet up and I lean back and I just sit there.
Is that your excuse for saying I'm crap with Sony Vegas?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Right. The other thing I thought we'd discuss, and you've kind of touched on it before, is the Modern Warfare and Battlefield duel. So, in a nutshell, what are you more excited for?
Honestly, and this is coming from a COD guy at heart, I have limited experience with Battlefield, but I am honestly more excited about Battlefield than I am with Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, I guess it's the same with me. I mean, Modern Warfare, by the way, that camping little whore.
He had a sweet little emblem, though.
Yeah, nice ass. But I'd be lying if I said I was excited for Modern Warfare, because, in my opinion, the single player just looks exactly like Modern Warfare 2, and I fear that the multiplayer is just going to be like Modern Warfare 2 with a new shell on it. So I just think it's going to be another kind of rip-off, in my opinion.
and I'm kind of the same mindset. Like, I just don't feel, I don't know what new that they can bring to the table. Like, I'm excited about the game. Don't get me wrong there, but it's just the stuff that I see from Battlefield. It just seems like they're doing the things that they need to do to be an innovator, like Infinity Ward was with COD 4. I mean, that changed the face, in my opinion, of the first-person shooter genre. And I think that Battlefield, now mind you, I know that we're not going to get 60 frames per second, and it's not going to look probably as pretty as Modern Warfare, but it's still, I'm more in it for the gameplay than I am for the bells and whistles.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, Modern Warfare 2 kind of like, in a nutshell, it broke me. It was like the most stressful game I'd played.
Well, it was just, like, I loved it. The first week, I absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
I was so pissed because it seemed like I was playing a game of hardcore. And I don't know if that was the increased gun damage, if it was just the recoilless weapons or what exactly it was, but I got really frustrated, and then I finally just sat back and said, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to play it, have a good time. And it turned out to be a fun game. But I think the over-the-topness of it, I think, just got overplayed, maybe.
Yeah. I guess it just kind of, like, degraded over time. Like, the first time I played it, it was on the PC, which was just PC games, and Modern Warfare 2 doesn't really go that well together because of the vulnerability for hacks and all that. Right. But I then moved to PlayStation, and now I'm back on Xbox. And I have to say that I did like the game, but I didn't like the bullshit that was in it, like all the one-man army and all that.
Now here's a question for you, because I know this was actually a pretty good topic, and I've had a lot of people request that I get a PlayStation 3, and I know that you were one of the first.
Yeah, I was.
But you transitioned from, I see people transition from Xbox to PS3, but rarely do I see somebody transition from PS3 to Xbox, which is something that you've done. How did that go?
Well, originally, I started with an Xbox, and I didn't have Live for it. So, and at that time I just thought, paying £30 a year, or however it is in America, I just didn't think it was worth it. So I bought a PlayStation purely because of the free multiplayer, and that was the only reason. And when Sony got hacked, I just thought that was complete bullshit, and that, because they're saying they're bringing out a patch from COD 4, and my question is, why bring out a patch for COD 4 if the PlayStation can't protect themselves from being hacked? So I just thought, I'm not putting up with more hacking, I'm going to move back to Xbox. And it was bad to start with, as you'll know from the email spam, but I guess I've kind of built up my skill level pretty much thanks to you, and I'm having fun now on Xbox.
Awesome. So is the player quality, is it higher on Xbox? And I'm not trying to cause a flame war, I'm just trying to understand the transition. But
I'd say the skill level is a bit higher on Xbox, and I'd say there's more Ghost and Second Chance on Xbox to PlayStation.
Yeah, I would have to agree that we have a lot of Ghost and Second Chance.
Yeah, I can confirm that as well. But in terms of the quality of the console, I'd say Xbox beats PlayStation. I mean, you can clearly see a graphic difference, and I think Xbox is the superior console overall, purely because of the different bells and whistles each gets. I'd say that each brings different tools to the trade, and I just got stuck, which was very, very painful.
And it was on your face.
Yeah, it was on my face.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say, like, because PlayStation has the free multiplayer, that's a bonus for the PlayStation. Xbox has the party chat, which the PlayStation doesn't have, so that's a bonus for the Xbox. So, in general, I'd say the Xbox and the PlayStation, in terms of tools of the trade, balance each other out. And in my opinion, the best console ever is the Nintendo 64.
Oh man, you're wrong.
Oh right,
it was the original Nintendo.
Yeah, well, I go back to the PlayStation 1 days, so
I got you.
Before I am only 17, so.
Oh yeah, and I'm like 112.
Yeah,
it's awesome. So, quick question, and I know that this was one of the topics, but you came across me from Persona Gaming. Is that's correct, isn't it?
Yep. I don't think we should say who though.
Oh.
Yes. I think you know who I'm talking about. Stat Padder, Kill Whore.
Oh yeah. I'm with you. But was it? I can't remember because that was Modern Warfare 2 release, and I unfortunately got sponsored like right before the channel kind of
died.
I guess, yeah, I didn't want to use it. I was going to say dissolved or whatever, but that's kind of a sad thing too, because that channel was actually really good.
It was a good channel in my opinion, because it helped out a few people like Dysfunction. He's grown because of Persona Gaming. You've grown because of Persona Gaming. So I was sad that it kind of disintegrated, so to speak.
Yeah, which is a sad thing, but shit happens.
Yeah.
There's your score. Real quick, I want to go over that.
My score is 40-19 with 3 captures and 8 defends on a 2-bar. I might as well mention that. Yeah,
the 2 bar is the big thing. Now, with this, were you with a party? Looks like you were in a party.
I was in a 4-player party.
Sweet.
So, yeah, and it was quite rage-inducing because I was putting in clips left and right and not working. But we won, which was good.
Always the most important thing is getting that W.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, that's the end of the gameplay. We are I think we're pushing the 12-minute mark. I just want to say, on behalf of myself, man, I thank you so much for all the support, all the little ideas that you throw at me.
No problem. I will continue to do that.
Yeah, it's sweet, and like I say to all my subs, you guys, I do appreciate it. Things like this, I'm glad I can do. And thank you, like I said, Tom, thank you so much for being a part of my channel, and
no problem.
I hope to have you on in the future, man.
Well, thank you for having me on. It's been a good pleasure.
All right, guys, please remember to like or dislike this video if you guys want to see some more, and leave a comment.
Tickle the thumb button.
And subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate you guys watching. Talk to you soon. See ya.